Now she's able to see you every day. And when a woman sees you every day, she no longer appreciates you every day. When she only sees you once a week, when she only sees you a couple times a week, she appreciates your presence. So it's going to be very hard to maintain that mystique when she lives with you every day. Now it's possible. I'm not saying not to do it. I'm just saying, what is the benefit? Some things are worth more than money. I don't care if she covered 100% of the rent. What are you losing by her living with you? And it might just be your sanity. So, I mean, if she really wanted to come move with you, tell her how much. How much do you really want to move with me? It's not a money thing, but to make it make sense to me, you have to cover all the rent. That's what I would say. Otherwise, you probably have a better life and a better relationship not, because it's a lot of drama that comes when you start living with a woman. Because now when things don't work out, you can't just walk away. If you have a woman, you do something she doesn't like, and she just say she wants to burn your clothes or break into the house or do something like that, well, technically she lives there and you can do nothing about it. So think about these things. It ain't about when it goes good. Everybody could act good when it's going good, but can you do bad good? And until you've been in a bad situation, I don't give a what you think. You don't know what that woman's gonna do. If you've never seen her super mad at you, you have no idea what she's gonna do, no matter how docile and nice she is now. Choose wisely. Man, I had to tell one of my clients he thinks his program is too strict and he's blowing women. I had to let him know, no, most low-level women are not going to be accepting of a strict program. Look at most of these women's lives at 25, 30 years old. In disarray, with no accomplishments, no assets, and barely any money. And probably a kid, and maybe a roommate. They do not adhere to structure and discipline. That's why their life is the way it is. So a woman who's done what she wants, when she wants, how she wants, with no discipline, no structure her entire life is not going to be that accepting to a man who has rules and regulation and a doctrine for his household. It just is what it is. That's not the woman for you, right? Raise your level and get a higher level woman who appreciates that. You can't expect somebody whose whole life is in disarray with no accomplishments to be able to understand and appreciate structure. No, she's going to run from it. And she's going to run to the million other dudes out there that's going to let her do whatever, whenever, however, because they don't got no doctrine and no structure for their life either. Most women can't fuck with me. They not on my level. They don't have the mind. They don't have the femininity. There's so many things that the average woman can't fuck with me, and I know it. So anytime I meet a woman, this is really a vetting process to hurry up and get you out my face so I can see that you're not the one. I'm not trying to make it work. I'm trying to hurry up and find the flaws so I can get onto my search to the one that is going to make it work. Because I know it's very few. It take a whole lot for a broad to be able to stand up and fuck with me. You give a woman sex, she's getting something out of the deal. Why do dudes think that women don't want to have sex?
Right.
Because this is where this whole ideology comes from. If you think that your reward for doing things from this woman is you to get sex, then what does she get out of sex? You think she gets nothing out of sex? You think, well, women just don't like sex, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
I guess that's the biggest female con that they've ran on dudes. And because dudes think that, they feel like, well, it is a reward from them.
Yeah.
But if you understand how women really are, how disgusting they really are. Most women are nymphos. When you really understand that, then you realize she's getting something out of it.
Exactly.
But this is how you smoke them out. They whole, right?
Okay.
Be with a woman that likes you for a couple weeks. Go out to dinner. Go on a date. Either do or don't go back to your place and don't have sex with her. And you will see her start to itch and scratch like a dope fiend. You understand? But guess what? Most of you dudes, you going for it the first chance you get. You don't know she wanted it just as bad as you did. But smoke them out they hole and do this trick. And you will see they want it just as bad. They gonna start calling you all types of stuff. Oh, you must be. Believes that shit. Cause these guys ain't giving you money for nothing. The next time a woman begs you for a meal, give her begging ass a cup, a piece of cardboard, and a marker, and drop her ass off on the corner so she can panhandle the right way. Y'all don't understand. When someone likes you, what y'all don't understand is the woman you're dealing with doesn't really like you that much. Because when someone likes you, they don't treat you like that. Because a woman who really likes you gonna do everything that you like and nothing that you don't. The woman who don't want you to leave her is looking for solutions. The woman who only kind of like you, she always trying to find a problem. Your girlfriend treats you like a stepchild. When someone likes you and you tell them to stop doing something, they stop. When someone likes you and you tell them you like a certain thing, you don't have to ask them repetitively to do it. Only someone who doesn't really like you is going to give you problems. Cause she don't really like you. Because you wanted that bad in the middle of the club that was running from you instead of that funny looking broad in the corner that was loving on you. You don't even need to have game, and you could have your woman totally in pocket when you like who likes you. and you choose the one that was choosing you. What y'all don't understand is the woman you're dealing with doesn't really like you that much. Because when someone likes you, they don't treat you like that. Because a woman who really likes you gonna do everything that you like and nothing that you don't. The woman who don't want you to leave her is looking for solutions. The woman who only kind of like you, she always trying to find a problem. Yo, this is how I feel. If you are going to come into my life, get my game, my wisdom, my insight, my oversight on your life, everything in your life is going to get better. I need to be compensated for that. Now, I'm not saying that's not necessarily money. I'll take it though. But I'm not saying necessarily money, but you have to be bringing an equal or greater exchange. Yeah. Otherwise, I'm doing myself a disservice. And you can't really love yourself if you out here giving more to everybody than you get back. 100%. If you're okay with somebody getting over on you, that's a little bit of self-love. People do that who don't have real friends. They pay for their friendship. I'm going to pay for all the dinners. I'm going to pay for all the drinks. I'm going to pay for all the everything. And if you do that, it's something lacking in yourself, a lack of self-esteem, that you would allow somebody around you to take more from you than they give back because you feel like you need them. And it shows in your energy to the woman. 100%. You got to come with something.
And
you know what I'm saying? This is how a woman who choosing you is more valuable than a woman who's beautiful but not choosing you.
You always say you got to find a woman who likes you. Get chose with your mouth closed.
Get chose with, get my guide. Get chose with your mouth closed. Not only do it show you our method of getting chose with your mouth closed, how to put yourself in position. Man, a true player knows how to put himself in position to be discovered, know where to go, how to go, and what to do in those situations, and then know what to look. Because a lot of dudes is not getting chose because they looking to choose. Look at everything in the room that's red. Look, everything that's red, everything that's red, right? If you stop, if I ask you what's green, you're not going to remember because you're looking for red. If you're looking for the woman that you're choosing, you're going to miss the woman that's been choosing you. I don't care who you are. There's a woman choosing you. Maybe not as many for that other dude as you and me got, but it's definitely someone, but you just overlooked her because you looking for what you want. And then you don't even have the mind to understand the value of a woman who chooses you is more valuable than a woman who's beautiful but not choosing you. Because you haven't understood these things. So you need to get my GameGod mentality program, which gets your mind right to care about the things, stuff, what I like. Right? I live my life and I just be me as the example to other people that didn't know they could live like this. You know, I just be me. And just by me being me in front of other people allows other people to be able to be themselves. They didn't know they could talk like this. They didn't know they could act like this. They didn't know they can be themselves and still have some money. They didn't know they could be themselves and still have women. They didn't know they could speak their mind and be free and still have the things they want to do. See, me just living in front of people allows them to talk the way they want to talk. I'm not the only one who thinks these thoughts. Society has beaten you down to not feel okay to be yourself. And you know what happens? You fake long enough, you'll forget how to be real. And most of you forgot how to be real. Most of you couldn't raise your voice if you wanted to. Most of you couldn't tell that broad what you really felt about it, even if you wanted to. Because if you walk on eggshells long enough, you're going to lose your voice. And most of y'all done lost your voice. So just by me being myself, raw, uncut, uncaring, it allows that little piece inside of you, that little man inside of you that you done repressed your whole life because of society, because your mama, because the women, because of what you're watching on TV. It allows that little piece inside of you to say, you know what, let me assert myself again. So that's what I do. I just be myself, the man that I am, the man that's inside of everybody. I just be real. And it allows everybody else to realize how much they faking and become real themselves. And you know I'm doing God's work out here. That's what I do. I do coaching. I give men advice. I give women advice. I show people the things that it took me to get to where I wanted to be. You know, I went through ups and downs, strategic about what you plant in a woman's mind. You want to uplift a woman's spirit, man? I'm not going to do that. I would say don't. Why would you want to take a woman who, if you want to uplift her, that means where she at? She's very low, which means she's low vibrational. Why would you want to step into a woman's life who's on a lower tier than you and build and bring her up? It takes a lot of energy. Why is she that fucking worthy to even do that for? I'm not doing it. I'm going to take, it's what I always say, you don't take ducks and teach them to fly, you find eagles and teach them to fly in formation. Why are you finding a woman who needs to be uplifted? I'm going to go find a woman who already has a high-spirited energy and just needs a little direction. That's the difference between taking a duck and teaching it to fly versus taking an eagle and just teaching it to fly in formation. Get the woman who already has the right energy, who already has the right personality, who already is in the right spirits. She just needs some direction. But go ahead, do what you want to do. I'm just telling you, no broad is that important to me.
What mental process did you use while your external reality was catching up to what you feel about yourself? Do
this, do that. You have no game, right? Hope that explained it to you.
Will a relationship work if your woman has different interests than you?
It could work. But what the woman has to have above all is an interest in you. I don't care what she likes, things she likes to do and things of that nature. She has to like me enough to forgo those things to do what I want to do. If your woman don't like you enough to say, I'm willing to do whatever this man is into, a woman who really likes you is going to do whatever you want to do. She's going to like whatever you like. She's going to love the TV shows you watch. Man, when a woman like you, she's going to start listening to the music you listen to when she's not even with you. She's going to catch up on the TV shows that she knows that you like so she can talk to you about it. She's going to start mimicking the things that you do. It's like in high school. You know, you want to be what the cool kids is doing, you do what they do. If your woman don't see you like that and see your value like that, you just with the wrong woman. Any woman, it don't matter. If she really into her man, she's going to want to be and do the things he likes. She will pretend to like things that you don't even like just to be with you. So like I said, everything goes back to one-on-one. Number one, how much does she like you? If you violate that rule, everything else is going to be harder. If you get that rule right, man, you don't even need no game. Everything's going to fall into place.
Tell us why it's important for a woman to invest in you first before you take her seriously.
Well,
than $135 a week with pads.
This is funny. They would ask you this: how to be low key and not flashy, but appealing to
How to be low key
and not flashy, but appealing to
but
women.
appealing to women. Be low key. I mean, you answer your question. If you're low key, not flashy, you're gonna be appealing to women who like low key, not flashy dudes. And I mean, how many times have you heard a woman say, "I like a low key dude who's not flashy"? You hear it all the time, right? And them bitches are liars. That's what they say. But everybody wants something flashy, you know. But somebody being flashy to a woman, a lot of times, you know, women like what's easy. They don't want competition, so they don't want their man to be flashy. They like their man to be low key because there's no competition. A woman knows, okay, if this man is flashy, if he's fly, if he's got all this going on, she understands how much competition she's gonna have, which means she's gonna have to stand up to some stuff, which means she's gonna have to really come with it and not rest on her laurels when she's with this man because he's gonna have a lot of options. So a lot of women go for the dude who's not that attractive, doesn't have this much going on. Why? Because she doesn't want to have to put her work in. You know, so you can be low key, you can be not flashy if you want to, but just understand the woman that's gonna choose you is gonna be a woman who's looking for a man like that because she don't want you to have a lot of options. And then I would ask you again too, what program are you running in your mind that says you want to be low key and not flashy? Right? Because a lot of people say that. A lot of people say that, but they don't really understand that's really a program. You've heard it so many times. They push it in the media. They push it in everything. You shouldn't be flashy. You shouldn't be this. You shouldn't be that. Ask yourself, why not? Why not? Why don't you want to be seen? Don't you feel like you're a value? If you're a value, if you feel like you have something valuable to say, if you feel like you are somebody that people should know, then why would you want people not to see you? That's all I would say. I hate when people say that shit. No, I don't want to be this, that, and the third. Well, nobody told you had to, so why you're projecting right now? Why such a big no? It's a movie, right? And it's a dude, he's trying to teach a man to get this woman. He's trying to teach her how to get the woman. And, you know, he ends up catching the dude that's teaching him how to get with this woman, like looking at her pictures, engaging over her. And he was like, "You love her, don't you?" And he was like, "No." And you know what he looked at him? He looked at him like this. He said, "You love her, don't you?" He said, "No." When I was younger, my uncle would watch that movie with me. He would say, "Pay attention to this part right there." When he asked him, did he love her? He said no. But you need to pay attention to how he said no. And my uncle would say this: "Why such a big no? Why such a big no? If he didn't love her, why such a big no?" And I would say that to people who say, "I don't want to be flashy, this, that, and the third." Why such a big I don't want to be flashy? You know, you're projecting something. You know, a lot of women, it's women who come up to me on a regular basis, like we'll just be having a conversation, and out of nowhere, they'd still say, "I hope you don't think all that jewelry and stuff means something to me." And it lets me know it does mean something to her because I never brought it up.
Yeah, a written list of what he needs when he meet the broad.
As soon as you meet her. I mean, see, this is the thing. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. Pulling out a list.
Is your image intentional and thought out or naturally inspired by how you living?
Yeah, man, it's not thought out. I just be me to the fullest. So if I just be me to the fullest, the only women who are going to deal with me are ones who feeling me to the fullest. All right? But most of you dudes don't know who you are. You are a carbon copy of everything that you've seen and everybody around you and everything that you think you're supposed to be. You say the right things at the right time, you're charming, and you ask people how they're doing even though you don't give a fuck. You don't say the things that you think. So therefore, I mean, it's hard for you to take the advice that I'm saying because you're not real. You don't even know how to be. You've been faking so long, you don't even know how to be real, and that's the danger. Like, I don't care. I don't try to be charming. I don't try to have people like me. I don't care, right? And because I don't care, the only type of women who deal with me are the ones who are going to be okay with this type of personality. So it just works out that I can always be me. You don't really know who you are. So you should go somewhere and sit down and ask yourself. You're walking around this world and you fake as fuck to everybody around you. You smiling in people's face you don't want to smile in. You're doing things you don't want to do. You talking nice to that broad who you know you shouldn't be talking to. I don't do that. I am me, and people either hate it or they love it, and that's just what it is. So therefore I attract a woman who's going to be okay with that.
Right. They said the more people you give yourself to physically, the less your value becomes. What are your thoughts on that?
Then she needs to go, right? I'm going to say you like this, right? We already know, I say it all the time, there's 3 billion women in this world. What you hanging on to that one for, right? Your life would be better without her. Really ask yourself, if that woman was not in your life, go back a year and ask yourself seriously, if this woman was removed from my life for the past 365 days, what would my life have been like? I can almost guarantee 99% of you dudes would say, "Well, I would have had more free time. I probably would have went to the gym more. I probably would have spent a little less money. I probably would have had these headaches." And then add up all the time that you were stressed out or tripping, add up all the time you spent with her doing stuff you really didn't want to do, add up all the time and the things that you neglected because you were spending time with her, you would be in a better place. So I would say, stop thinking of the woman as an investment. You're not a pimp. You're not getting no money from her. And even if you was getting a little money, is that a little money she giving you worth for your life? So I would say, man, start investing in yourself more so you don't got to look at abroad as an investment, right? Because when you look at it abroad as an investment, now you holding on, like you said, you holding on to something that you might not would have held on to. You know what I'm saying? If you handling your business and you getting your money and you learning to make a lot of money, then abroad is not a benefit in any way except how she treats you. And then you would cut that woman off right now. So if the only reason you hold on to this woman is because she's an investment, I would say really analyze the investment, man. You're dreaming. It ain't never going to happen. Cut her off now. Get your life on track. Put yourself in position. Then be in a position where a woman ain't got to be no investment. You know, the only thing a woman bring to the table is good vibes, good energy, and things like that. Because when she bring that to the table, if it ain't there, you're going to cut her off. If she don't comply, you're going to cut her off. So that's what I say, man. Somebody said, how do you know if she's something you like without you having to ask? You like your back rubbed? You like a certain type of candy bar from the store? Hey, man, when she goes to that store, she don't even ask you, do you want it? She come with it. You don't got to ask her, hey, give me a massage. She starts rubbing you. She always want to be on you. She's always asking, do she want to see you? Hey, man, a woman ain't sold on you if she don't want to see you every day. Now, I'm not going to let her see me every day. But if she's not trying to see me almost every day, she don't fuck with you like that. It's a fact. A woman who really fuck with you want to see you as often as possible. And if she don't, something's wrong. Have you ever went back to an ex-girlfriend? Yes, I went back to an ex-girlfriend. I've went back to old women before. And every time it was a fucking mistake and a waste of time. Whatever I left her for the first time ended up transpiring again. That's why I don't go backwards anymore. You know, even if a woman coming with some money, even if she coming with some stuff, I know that it's going to be a problem. If it was a problem once, it's going to be a problem twice. It's really no reason to go backwards. You know what I'm saying? If there's a woman coming with some money, even if she coming with some stuff, I know that it's going to be a problem. If it was a problem once, it's going to be a problem twice. It's really no reason to go backwards. You know what I'm saying? If there was a reason that you left the first time, man, that's why you left. You should stay gone. The only reason you go back to some old shit is because you couldn't find new shit. And that's a personal problem because you're not working on yourself. I say like this, man, I can always catch it better because I'm always getting better. Personal development is something I'm big on. So I'm always investing in myself, my mind, my skills, who I am as a person. I'm always evolving. So even a broad who I had last year probably isn't even a broad that I would want this year because I'm a different person. I'm an evolved person. So if you left a woman for a reason, don't go back to her. You're just gonna have the same problem. All you're gonna do is waste time that you could have been moving forward dealing with some old. Somebody said, I want to tell you, thank you for the, right? So no, you can't cook. You can't clean. No, I'm good. We got that on lock. What are you bringing to the table? Because a woman will get confused like she's bringing a lot to the table because she cooks and fucking cleans and spends. But if I'm spending my time with you, then that cancels each other out. So what are you bringing to the table? So take that little petty stuff off the table from abroad and tell her bring something real to the table. And I would say, man, step your life up, step your money up. And a lot of you got the money to do this, but you don't value your time the way you should. So you have the money to get meal preps. You have the money to get somebody to come in and clean, but you would rather save that money, have the broad do it. Now you're giving the broad something to do that makes her feel like she's doing a lot, which takes her away from doing something that's actually beneficial. If you take that off the table, then she doesn't have to do that. Now we could use your mind for bigger things and bigger opportunities. But as long as she's doing minimum wage tasks, you'll never be able to have her do the big things because she's already going to think, well, my time is getting spent doing this. Somebody's trolling. They said, I left my girlfriend. Now I cry. I think it's one of the programs that we just have. Like a man value abroad so much because men judge you based off the woman you have. Women judge you based off the woman you have. If you have a quote unquote beautiful bad woman, you get the same notoriety, props, as you would if you had a Lamborghini or a big chain or designer on. If you walk into the club, walk into this event, walk into this place with a very beautiful woman, you get so much value from other individuals. So a man feels like, well, that's how I get my self-esteem from all of these other people is by having this bad woman, even though this bad woman is bad for you. So you're putting up with, I know so many dudes whose baby mama is nothing but drama, but they with her. Why? Because she bad. And everybody knows she bad. And they don't want somebody else fucking their baby mama and this and that and the third. I personally don't give a fuck. I would rather have a good life with a woman who's quote unquote not bad than have a less or quality of life because this broad is bad and because when I go out, everybody gives me props. So I'm not diminishing the fact that a bad woman is an asset to a man who's out all the time. Man, you might get a business deal just because, you know, somebody likes your woman and she's beautiful and it gives you status, right? But if you're not in the music industry, if you're not doing something to where that actually benefits your profession, which most of the time it's not, if you're not a rapper, if you're not a dope boy, if you're not in the streets and like that, because, hey, man, I ain't gonna lie to you. Hey, man, dudes be outside, you know, trying to make connections. If you got a bad broad, you know, that stamp you to a lot of dudes. That might get you somebody to plug in with you and tap in with you. You know, it matters because you got to build this image and that's a part of your image. But if you're not in that type of profession and that doesn't matter, well, why you acting like it matters so much? I don't know. I don't get it. I tell niggas all the time, man, you talking about a bad bitch, man. I don't care about none of that. I care about what she's doing for me, how she makes me feel, how she's pouring into my life, what's her soul like, man. Can I go to sleep without putting my jewelry up? You know, when it goes bad, I know that she's not going to do no fuck shit. Why? Because she's not that type of person, right? I don't even got to worry about it because her soul ain't even like that. Y'all dealing with the dead life. It has to make sense and it don't make sense just from an efficiency standpoint. Because if she brings nothing else to the table besides sex, then how much time am I spending getting the sex? Do I still got to take her out to eat? And then, okay, now I got to spend time with her sometimes. And then, well, now it's a little drama here because now she wants to spend time when I'm trying to do these other things. And then it's drama because she's not a good person and she's going to be tripping off this and tripping off that. It's too much of an energy drain. The man who chases two rabbits catches none, man. I'm trying to streamline to my goals right now. Most of the time, a woman is a distraction. So when I look at a woman, I look for how she can be an asset and align with where I'm going and what I'm doing. It's just a different thought process. He said, what's the strategy on pulling women when you're broke? And man, it's the same strategy as pulling women when you're not broke. I mean, when I was broke, I just pulled broke women. And here's the thing. Most women are broke. So, I mean, it really don't make a difference. Like you said, I had a chick I was messing with. She told me that she was going on a date with a dude she used to mess with. And you blocking about the wrong shit. And that's why you're probably in the wrong position right now. I can't understand how y'all asking about girls but not how to get your money up. But let me tell you what though, man, I'd rather get my shit right with these women first. Because if you don't get this shit right with the women, it don't matter how much money you got, your life is going to be miserable and you're going to be overcompensating with your money and you're going to get licked for your money. I know a lot of dudes with a whole lot of money, man, I wouldn't trade places with them. Why? Because they ain't got this part right. They don't understand their value. They only started getting women once they got some money. So because they didn't handle that part first, learn how to have value, learn how to stand on some shit, learn these things that I'm teaching when they got the money, it was all downhill and it's worse off and they'll probably never recover because the money is what they leaning on. So it's better to get this part right before you get some money. Now I ain't saying don't get your money, but you need this part though. I wouldn't want to have both. I wouldn't want to have one without the other because the quality of life is not going to be the same. It's a lot of dudes with money, but they don't know how to deal with these women. They don't know how to see through these women and it's going to be a lot harder to do when you have money. You dudes don't really understand. Like it is many women's only job to try to finesse you out your bread and they'll be with you 2, 3, 4, 5 years, whether they still in a baby, whether they just being with you because it's beneficial. And if you don't have the eyes to see, if you're not willing to stand on shit, if you're not really asking what she bringing to the table, you'll miss it. And if you got money like most guys do, they don't even realize that that woman is only with them for money. So it's better. You got to get this game, though. Now, I ain't saying you should be worried about the broad more than the money, but you need both. We're not going to act like the quality of your life is going to be determined on the quality of your relationships, no matter how much money you got, man. If you had $1 billion but nobody around, you know, it wouldn't mean nothing. So the quality of your life is going to be based on the quality of your relationships. And the most important relationship is going to be that woman you with, because you're going to be with her most of the time. So you need to understand how to have a dynamic with a woman. You need to know how to people women for who she is, not be razzled and dazzled by the facade and what the programmer to make sure tell you is valuable. Really make sure you're getting value, really making sure she's dealing with you. So get this part too. Everyone on this live needs to get Goldie Millionaire Blueprint ASAP. Yeah, so real quick on that, my Millionaire Blueprint. You know, I've spent over at this point, about $400,000 on mentorships, things. You know, I went to, I'm not going to say his name, but I went overseas before a 2-day mentorship. It's like 40,000. But these high-level individuals I've gotten coached by, I've gotten their blueprints, I've seen their lifestyles. And what I tell people all the time is you don't know how to be successful because you don't know anybody really successful. Everybody you know, you think. So would you not invest some money to maybe get the answer that you don't have? Most of you won't. Don't make no difference to me, though. I'm going to break the bank for myself. So somebody said, I'm from Sweden. I moved from Jersey to Sweden. I have 2 kids out here, married, everything, but it's done now. How do I make the transition to exit without breaking my little ones? Can't think about that. Can't think about that. Get out your feelings, man. Get out your feelings. Get out your feelings. If the situation is not good, if the situation isn't benefiting you mentally, then you need to leave the situation. Hey, they'll get over it, man. You got to do what's best for you. If she play games, hey, it's part of it, man. You made the mistake. You made the mistake. You don't have to land. And now I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but you have to, for every action, there's a reaction. You chose wrong. You chose wrong and you made a commitment wrong. Because, hey, me too, I did it too. I had the wrong baby mother. And I went through a decade of drama and trauma because of it. Hey, man, when you make a mistake, even when you don't know what they say, ignorance of the law is no excuse. In the universe, ignorance of the law is no excuse. You made a mistake. You chose wrong. You maybe didn't know you chose wrong, but you chose wrong. You had a baby by the wrong person. You married the wrong person. And it is what it is. And you're going to have to deal with those consequences now exiting that situation. And it's not going to be easy, but it's what you need to do. And you can't be sitting there thinking about, oh, what about the kids? You'll figure it out, but you got to exit the situation. You might have to work overtime to make sure that connection is strong. You might have to work overtime to go through the bullshit that might come with a mad baby mama, but you got to move forward. You got to move through it, and you got to get on your shit and show your kids, you know, that you don't tolerate disrespect, because when you stay in a household, it's not good for you. All you're showing is your kids how to be. Kids don't listen to what you tell them. They do what you do. And if they see a poor relationship, that's all they're going to know how to mimic. And if you stay in a situation where you're not respected, not talked to correctly, not being treated the way you should be treated, all you're teaching your kids, whether it's a girl or a boy, that same thing. That's what's okay, because that's what I saw. If you look at anybody that you know, any relationship you've been in, most of the time their behavior is going to be what they saw growing up. That's why when you deal with women who haven't had a good household, you see how they move. It's different than a woman who did see a loving relationship, because they know how to model something they've seen. So you only keep doing your kids a disservice by waiting on moving, right? I want to show my son, hey, your mama talking to me crazy, I'm gone. I'm gonna come get you. We gonna do I'm gonna go to a family court. You know, I'm gonna handle my business. You know why? My son is always gonna grow up and say, ain't no woman ever gonna disrespect me. My dad showed me when a woman disrespect you, you dip, and you still handle your business like a man though. You know, so that's what I got to say about that. Get out your feelings is what I say. I ain't saying it's easy, but I'm saying that's the only way you're gonna think logically. Somebody said, I think men like this need to stay by themselves. Hey, well, women don't though. You think I should stay by myself? Hey, well, women don't though. I couldn't be by myself if I wanted to. Look at the way that I talk. You know what my DMs look like? So obviously, you the odd one out. Somebody said, what do your women do for you? My women do whatever they need to do, so I don't get to thinking, what the fuck is she doing here? Right? They do enough, so I don't slow down long enough to think she getting over by being around here. You know, my women do whatever I ask them to do. That's what my women do. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, don't try to figure out what my women do, man. I done had women do more than you could ever do. But at this point in my life, I'm doing so much. It's like, no matter what a woman brings to the table, it's like, I could have did that. Could have paid for that. I could have. So, you know, women have to go above and beyond. With me, it's more the intrinsic things, the energy, you know, the mood, the attitude, you know, and I have a son. So being able to mother my son, you know, those things matter to me. You know, when I go on vacation, just facilitating things. You know, I make women get my content. I mean, he think it's so big, it make you have to think bigger.
Yeah. I look at it like this, right? You see a lion, right? He's not expending all his energy chasing a rabbit or chasing a hare. You know what I mean? He's looking for he's biding his time. He's chilling. When he sees that big wildebeest, the injured wildebeest, he goes in for the kill.
Damn.
And he feeds his whole family for a week, you know?
Hey, that's some game, right? I say it all the time. You don't find ducks and teach them to fly. You find eagles and teach them to fly in formation.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. So it's just like that, man. You know, just thinking globally, thinking big. And that's always been my thing, man. Just always what's next. I don't care about what I did in the past, you know? Like that's back then, you know what I mean? Like, you know, you always see the interviews and all that from the OGs, and they talk about back in the golden days. And I'm like, yeah, no one respects them, man. Nah. You know, like you might get a little bit of game, but actually, if you're not killing it right now, then no one's really gonna take you serious.
You don't know what's working today.
No one's really gonna take you serious, you know. So like, and that's always like I play the long game, you know, like Birkin bags, right? Yeah. The Birkin bags go up in value. They change the prices every year. So
the Cartier,
they always put their prices up. So even if you spend 100,000 today, in 4 years, what you spend 100,000 on probably costs 130. So you know you're really networking or flexing to, you know what I mean? So I say
people wearing the Van Cleef they got for $200-$300. Can you tell?
60,000 each. Then I got the implants and the teeth. I got Yeah, man, it's just a whole lot of money right here.
How much are the carats on the earrings?
These are 3.5 each.
3.5.
Yeah, I got bigger ones, but you know, I just like to wear the love hearts.
Yeah, and then you got the Van Cleef earrings too.
Yeah, I got the Van Cleef. Yeah, I got the Van Cleef up
Man,
here.
this ain't that what you get at the mall, Van Cleef. This the real. Matter of fact, let me ask you about that.
Yeah.
How do you feel when you see all these people wearing a Van Cleef they got for $200-300? Can you tell the difference?
Look, man. It's very easy to tell, right? And I tell people like, don't fake it like people say, fake it till you make it. But the truth is, the people that you really want to impress and the people that you want to network and be around to make a bigger bag, right? They see through that shit. So you're just looking like fake as hell. So you're only impressing the people below you that don't have any clue. So who are you really networking or flexing to? You know what I mean? So I say like, man, just save your money and go buy the real deal. You want to get that store credit and that purchase history up from an actual reputable brand, because like I said, you're going to all these different events, and even it keeps its value, right? Because people don't understand these designer brands, especially like Van Cleef, they put their prices up every single year. It's like Birkin bags, right?
Yeah.
The Birkin bags go up in value. They change the prices every year. So
And the Cartier.
the Cartier, they always put their prices up. So even if you spend 100,000 today, in 4 years, what you spend 100,000 on probably costs 130. So you know that you can even at least just sell it for at least what you pay for it, right? And then it's up to you to make up the difference with your hustles and everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like from wearing it.
Yeah. You see that? Listen, when I talk about game, right, we talk about game on different levels, but game is wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. He's giving us a level of game that you don't get. You don't get to see people on this level who has this type of money giving you actual game. Most people on your level, they hide out. They don't really talk to the most.
Yeah.
So what you getting right here is an exclusive. We really finna give you the game to change your life.
There is a faster way to get hard than Viagra. It's called Rose.
At the end of the day, like, you don't want you to be the only one up and all your boys is.
Yeah.
I say like teach the next generation early while we learn late. You know what I mean? Like what no one taught us, because at the end of the day, like you don't want you to be the only one up and all your boys is down, right? You want to all be sharing in the knowledge, sharing in all the information. How do you think all the Jewish people, they always at the top, right?
Yeah.
It's because they share the information. They promote from within, right?
Yeah.
So it's like that, man. With you and your boys, like you don't want to be the only one making money. You want all your crew to make money. You want all your boys to make money, because then if you come down a little bit and you're the only one up, then you can't really get back up. But if you come down a little bit and all your boys is up here, it's very easy for them to bring you back up, you know?
So let's talk to most of my viewers right now. They look at you, they seeing like, man, this is.
Trust me, just go crazy in the gym every single day, and they're gonna see, man, this guy's dedicated. This guy's on the grind. This guy's on the hustle.
What you're saying is people on your level, that's what they respect when they look at individuals.
Bro, I got I got one boy right now. He's a personal trainer, right? And I just see he's got the hustle. He's got the ambition. He doesn't have the money right now, but I see he's got the potential.
Damn.
And I see that because of the way he trains, the way he's motivated, the way he's doing his content and everything. And naturally, I'm attracted to that, right? So I'm attracted to that because, like, I love to give the game. I don't want to just be like sitting here in the corner, like I don't know, like nervous to give the game or like insecure to give the knowledge out to the next man. Nah, man, I want to give it to you, but I gotta make sure that you're listening, because you know there's some people that when you spit all this big money.
Looking to level up your brand? At Design.com, we make it effortless. Start by searching for your logo.
Some people think you're really flexing on them, but it's not. You're just like trying to motivate them, right?
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? Like it's always about giving the message, but to the right person.
Man, that's some heavy game right there. Somebody on the next level, they respect character and they respect the hustle, the discipline. That's what they're gonna see in you and want to give you the game.
Even you, man. Like when I first met you, I'm like, damn, bro, like you down to earth and like, you know what I mean? Like you said, like you took the knowledge that I was.
Oh, man, I did. I wasn't playing. But I was serious. Everything you told me, I was writing in my notes. Like, man, I got to get here.
Yeah, I saw that. Wait, that was the first time we met? Right? Yeah. No, I saw that, man, and you know, like even for me, I get, bro. It doesn't matter what level someone's at, right? The next man can always motivate. Even someone at the top, you can always get motivated by someone, because sometimes we get too chill. We get complacent sometimes. Yeah. So it's always good to have that young energy, that hustler energy.
What would you tell yourself?
I would say stay focused, man. Like get your ass in the gym, stay training. You know, first impressions is everything. So if your body's not on point, and it teaches you about discipline and everything, right? Staying in the gym teaches you discipline. It teaches you about sacrifice, and it teaches you all the things. Now you just need to transfer those skills into the business world, into the money making world. And yeah, man, that's why I say just stay focused, man.
Well, let me ask you about this, because I tell people all the time, right? You got to start with the gym, right? Because it builds your discipline, your consistency, your mindset. And if you don't have that, if you can't stay consistent in the gym for 90 days, how you think you're gonna be consistent in the business where so many outside influences? In the gym, it's just you in the gym.
Exactly.
With a business, it's you, the business, employees, customers. If you can't stay consistent every single day in the gym, you'll never be able to have a business.
Bro, to be honest with you, like I don't even respect anyone that's like fat. You know what I mean? Like because it shows me that if you don't care about yourself, why should I care about you? You know what I mean? So
that's some heavy game right now. See, I could say it, but when he said it's something different.
Yeah, man. So like I said, like
and they don't know because you got the fur coat on. This man is like
people that's coming up. You probably went through all the mistakes that they'll encounter if they never hit you up. So spending 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 on a mentor, man, like you go to university, right? How much you pay?
Yeah, I said,
you know what I mean? And these people, like the teachers that are teaching you, they ain't even got money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Teaching the wrong thing. I'll be honest too. Just to think when I get around you, to you probably don't even realize it, but the things you say and the way you think is just so matter of fact. It makes me feel like I got to go back home and cut every broad off, cut every dude off. Because to think where you are, I'm like, there's no way I'm going to get there speaking to these people. You just make me think bigger, which make me start to see different opportunities. I was thinking small, but those same opportunities would have took me so much time and energy. If I'd have just thought on the level that you do, when I get around you, I'll be like, I'll be there that fast. So just getting around it, I feel like does something to you.
Yeah, and that's why, like, if you're from a small town or if you're from like a,
I say that
like,
shit. Get the fuck out of there. Right. How do you feel when it comes to kids? Because I'm going to tell you personally, when I was younger, man, I wanted a huge legacy. I wanted a bunch of kids till I had my first baby mother. I didn't really realize that when a woman has leverage on you, she's a different person than when she doesn't. So it kind of scared me to ever really want to give a woman leverage on me, because it's like, how do you know how she's going to act until she knows she has a power on you, which is a kid that you're emotionally attached to? Do you go through that on your same level? Or is it like, it's different because you got so much money, it don't affect?
I've been through that, man. And I say, like, girls, especially like bitter exes, right? Yeah. They use the kids as leverage.
Even on your level.
Even on my level, man, because like they know that the rain dance is finished, you know, like the money's coming to an end. So they try to use that leverage, man. And it's kind of disgusting, you know, but it is what it is, man. You just got to keep it moving, bro. Like when you deal through all this adversity in the business world, in the real world, like I say, staying fit, staying in the gym, you know, this is just another thing, man. You don't really worry about it too much.
Yeah.
Just keep it moving, man.
So, hey, you know, that lets you know, man, some problems is universal. No matter what type of money you got, you still going through the same type of things when it comes to women.
Yeah, man.
So, okay, let me ask you this, right? So, when you got with a woman who tried to use your kids against you, was that a characteristic you saw earlier and that you overlooked, and looking back, you said, I seen it, or is it something that was completely not even there?
Nah, man, it just...
High value women. What is the type of woman a man on your level look like?
Look, man, a high value woman to me is definitely youth. You know what I mean?
And I say it all the time, man. Give them the age range. I mean, they gonna be mad at it. What is the age range of the perfect woman for a high value man?
It's about 21 to 20, max 23. You know what I mean?
Ooh, 20. I said 25. You said, you know why? Because you get her at 23, it's gonna take a couple years to get to know her. Then she's 25. So 21 and 22, 23.
Yeah,
you ain't that, it's over with.
Yeah, I think that's a good, like, I wouldn't date a girl that's over 25. Yeah. Like, not that I would break up with a girl once she hits 25, but I wouldn't start dating a girl that's over 25. Why? Because you know for a fact she's had 2 or 3 boyfriends. You know, probably with some
more than that.
Probably with some lame dudes, right? That like, she's got all these bad habits. She doesn't know how to. She thinks she's a boss bitch and all that shit. So, and she comes with trauma as well. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't like a girl that's even had a boyfriend before.
Man,
that's the truth.
I like a woman who, when I meet her, she done had one boyfriend her whole life they broke up with. So she don't got too much, you know, trauma. You know, back in the day, man, I used to be a turnout artist, man. And I think that's always the best, right? Some people, they get a woman already been in the game. I like to get a woman who ain't never been in the game, because when I bring her into the game gonna be what I tell her. Yep. Rather than you got to erase all this bullshit the last dude did. Well, I think we should do it like this. I think, well, this is how it's supposed to go. You get a woman who ain't got too much. So I say in the same thing in the square world. You get a woman who ain't had too many boyfriends. You can train her how you want to. She's easily moldable, you know? Yeah,
that's it, man. And another thing I look for, right, is her parents together.
Oh, that's,
you know what I mean? Because if her parents are still together,
you giving them some game I ain't gave them before.
If her parents are still together, that means that you know that she's not just breaking up easy, or because, hey man, you know, I just get bored easily. Like some girls, they be like, oh, I get bored easily. Bitch, you a thought. You know what I mean? Because like, I don't care if you get bored easily. Like a man will stay with a girl. Doesn't matter, you know what I mean? But like these girls, they be like, oh, I'm bored. I'm this, that, and the third. And it's like, come on, man. Like,
I say it all the time. Anybody can't emulate what they haven't seen. So if they haven't seen a good, successful relationship, it's going to be hard for them to become that with you. So if they've seen their mother with a bunch of different dudes, that's what they're going to model. But if they've been with, it's always different, man. I look for a woman. What's your relationship with your mother, with your father, with your family? If she got a good family, if she goes home on Thanksgiving with her family, I say, okay, that's a woman I can bring into my life, because we can have that same type of thing.
Exactly. And I look at it like this, right? If she's just raised by the mom, and the mom and the dad broke up, then you know the mom's raising her, and the mom's saying like, man, that shit, you don't need a man. Actually, you do need a man. You know what I mean? I don't really like see a long term relationship with a girl that is only raised by her mom. She only learned 50% of the rules. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So let me ask you this. You kind of touched on it, but okay, so 50-50. It's always a question. 50-50 with a woman. I mean, a dude on your level, man. A woman's rent and things to you, that's like pennies to you. Does it make a difference?
For money. Yeah. Because for girls, it's not about money to qualify. Yeah. It's about other things. Like I said, right? A very easy way is just look at her Instagram. Has she been to Mykonos? She's been to Ibiza. She's in Miami. If she's got the highlights with all the cities, and you know she's 21, 23, it's like, come on, man. Like, you didn't tag the sponsor. You know that you got flowing out. And that's a big red flag. Yeah. So I wouldn't even waste my time. And then also, you know, like, you just see who she follows. Bro, like, you gotta do your groundwork, man. You know, like, when you come up, when you're researching about a girl, just put her in Google, put her name in Google, check who she follows. If she's following all these different guys and promoters from this club, promoters from that club, that's straight red flag.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't even waste my time. And you know what I mean? Like, I look at my time as very, very valuable. So I'm not even wasting my time going out on a date or nothing with a girl that she's following all these different promoters. Like, she just gets put into the, you know, like tag and release category. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When we go fishing?
Yeah. Catch and release. Right? It's just a sport.
It's just a sport, man.
Okay, I got a serious question, right? I've never asked you this before, right?
I just want to be like, and the guys get intimidated by. That's the type of girl
Man,
that I
see,
want
that's
to be.
deep, and you hearing it from the high level himself. I say it all the time. These BBLs is like a circus act. See, a high level dude don't want to bring that to the Wimbledon. Don't want to bring that to the horse race because you're a circus act.
Polo club.
Yeah, the polo clubs. He might hit it, but he don't want to bring you around his friends and his colleagues. You're not wife material. You are making yourself sexualized, and that's how he sees you and everybody else sees you. So you think you're getting the attention, but you're getting the wrong type of attention. You will never marry a man on a high level with that type of circus act body.
Never.
Them rubbery stomachs. Come on, now y'all don't even go to the gym when you get it.
Come on, man.
You know?
At least go to the gym. You know what I mean? And you know, I like a girl that just trains at the little, you know, in private. She's not at the big gym wearing all the revealing clothes, man. Like, I see that all the time.
At the gym wearing the revealing clothes.
Come on, bro.
With the little thing in their ass crack.
Come on, man. Like, you don't do like the front-legged deadlifts and shit, and you see the cheeseburger. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Like,
So listen, you hearing it from here, a high level individual, what he actually looks like, and y'all wonder why y'all not catching dudes you want because he's telling you right now what he thinks.
yeah, man. Like,
What's your name? I say, daddy, save it as daddy. If she can't save it as daddy, I know she don't really like me like that. So really a red flag to me is a woman who don't like me a lot. A woman who is not cooperative with me because I'm only looking for a woman who likes me a lot. Like, she can't just like me a little bit. She has to like me a whole hell of a lot. When she walks into that club, it's a man in the club that she says, damn, that man is fine. I can't wait till he come and talk to me. If I'm not that man to her, I don't even want her. So that's a red flag to me.
so you're not even looking at, like, who's the hottest girl, right?
Nah.
Because that's what a lot of people get wrong. They see the hottest girl, then they go and approach her, they try to get with her, but they like her more than she likes them.
Yeah, that's
And
how
that's
I
a
feel.
straight away red flag
Yeah.
because the girl needs to like the guy more than the guy likes the girl. For the
Man,
relationship
hey,
to
listen,
work.
you see, even on his level, he's saying the same thing I'm saying.
Yeah.
It don't work like that. If you like the woman more than she like you, it's not going to be a good relationship. The woman always has to like you more. Otherwise, she's not going to have no respect for you.
So what's the biggest red flag for you?
Biggest red flag for me, man, is when I approach a girl and she's got the stack of the Cartier love bracelets. You know what I mean? Because if I see a girl with the basic gold love bracelets and she's stacked up, you know that she got a gift from all these different dudes, right? Because if she's rarely just with the one dude, she could just be with one dude before, right? And you let it fly. He's gonna get her the one with the diamonds, right? He's gonna get her the big boy one because we're trying to have a wrist like that full of the plain gold love bracelets. So if you see that, you know that's one from each different dude. So that's a straight red flag right there, man.
All right, y'all. On the flip side, what are 3 green flags that will make a woman make a woman stand out?
Her Instagram.
Yeah.
If she's even following other guys, then you know that's a straight red flag. So if she's not adding any other guys from the moment that you talk to her, and in fact, she's removing the guys, right? Because she doesn't need them anymore. Like,
that's
for me, like, I'm like,
that's heavy. I ain't checked that one. Is she removing guys? Hey, I'm going to have to add that to my repertoire.
yeah, I tell a girl like this, right? If you really want to be with me, you need to remove all the guys off your thing list that, you know, and even the girl tells me, oh, he's gay. I'll be like this. I'll be like, has he ever fucked a girl? Yeah. Well, he's not gay.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
he just waiting for his opportunity.
I hate when girls be using that line, oh, he's gay, or no, he's not gay. If he's fucked a girl before, he's not gay.
Nah, that's for sure. They ain't trying to play you with that one right there.
A green flag for you and a woman?
Green flag for me, man, is when I meet a woman and she want to see me every day. Every day she asking, can she see me? Can I see you today? Can I see you today? If a woman not even trying to do that to me, I know she don't like me that much. I love nothing more than a woman who lets me know she want to be in my presence.
I like that.
Well, I got another one.
Okay.
Another green flag, right?
Man, is when I meet a woman and she want to see me every day. Every day she asking, can she see me? Can I see you today? Can I see you today? If a woman not even trying to do that to me, I know she don't like me that much. I love nothing more than a woman who lets me know she want to be in my presence.
I like that.
Well, I got another one.
Okay.
Another green flag, right? Is like, and I'm not saying the girl's got to give me all this money in that, but for example, when I said this before, if you come to my house, right, and you open my fridge and you see it's not that much food there because I'm always eating out at restaurants and that. But then the next time she comes, she's bringing milk.
Oh, heavy.
She's bringing steak.
Come on.
You could just spend $200.
Man.
For me, that's a straight green flag because most of these girls out there, when they see someone rich, someone with money, they're thinking, what can I take from this guy?
Yeah.
But it's the girl that goes, what can I add to this guy's life? How can I make his life easier? That's when
that's big. I should have said that first. If I go out to dinner with a woman and I'm paying, at least come out with the tip, at least saying, let me get you this. Can I get you a drink? Listen, women are selfish just naturally.
Yeah.
So a woman don't never want to spend her money. So if a woman goes out her way to spend her money on you, man, you know that's somebody, man. I had a broad, you know, it was my birthday. She got me the new MacBook. I told her I was trying to do some streaming. I had another broad. She got me a ring. It ain't the best ring, but it's still a ring, you know.
Damn.
So when a woman does something for me, I don't care how big it is. I could have did it myself, but the fact they did it without me having to ask them, that let me know something to me. So no, that's right. That's damn near what number one. I'm gonna have to scratch the first one.
Now y'all both are very highly successful men at this point, and you
That's why I got to be important at all. I actually think she's probably the most detriment to most men's success. I keep it honest. Most I ever brought a car, man, she didn't give me no money to buy the car. At least some of it, you know what I'm saying? So, man, a woman ain't coming to get with me to get something from me. That's just not how I do. But at the same time, if a woman come get with me and she ready to produce and contribute long enough, then that is a woman that I will come out my pocket for. But that ain't how I start.
Goldie, how important do you think a woman is to a man's success?
Man, I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't think she's important at all. I actually think she's probably the most detriment to most men's success. I keep it honest. Most dudes I see, the reason they'll never be successful is because they broad next to them. They taking his time and his energy, which is the most important thing. Man, I hate when a broad say, "Oh, I don't want your money. I just want your time." Broad, you want the most important thing I got, which is my time and my energy. Most women are just taking and draining your life force from you. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, but if you have the right woman, you know, and she's supporting you and she's giving you the right energy, she's giving you the right motivation, she's not giving you a problem, then okay, she could be an asset. But I feel like you could be that same asset by yourself. So I feel like, man, a woman should come after you're already in motion, man, because ain't no woman gonna hey man, I ain't met a superstar woman. I ain't met Beyonce trying to put me on. You know, every woman that I've ever got with, her life is better because of me. It ain't never been the opposite.
Yeah, like I said, man, I think that a man shouldn't even be dating until he's got his money up, until he's like bossed up, right? It's not even about the money. It's about being bossed up. It's about being a G, because if you're in your 20s, right, and you don't have all your money all the way up, the type of girl that you're attracting,
Man.
it's not going to be the best that you could get. So why are you wasting your time and energy on
That's
a 5 when you come into your 30s and you're manned up, you got all this experience, you got all this life knowledge, you got your businesses up, you got your money up, now you're getting a girl. See, for me, right, I need my girl to wake up half an hour before me. Set your alarm half an hour before I wake up. I need you to have a coffee ready for me because I'm about to go.
That's some game.
I'm about to go into the world and attack the motherfucking thing. You know what I mean?
Hey.
Like I'm gonna go in and hunt. So I need you to be at home sharpening my arrows. Like it's like we living in Wakanda. You know what I mean? Like
that's some game. I ain't even thought of. Hey, bitch, how your motherfucking ass up? 30 don't really feel like what everybody should do. I feel like what I should do, and I'm gonna do what I want to do, right? And I feel like every man should do what they want to do. If you want to have multiple women, have multiple women. And if the women are okay with that, and you up front, and they would, man, I've never met a woman who liked me who said she wasn't gonna be with it. I tell a woman like this, she meet me, she be like, "Oh, you got a girlfriend?" I said, "There's always some women around me. They still deal with me. If you like me enough, you're going to deal with it." I've never met a woman who liked me who said, "Oh, she wasn't going to deal with it." Even if she said it at first, she ended up coming around. So to me, because one thing I'm not going to do, this is how I feel all the time, right? Like a dude in Sam's position. Why would you work so hard to have all this money? Because the point of money is to what? Be free. To be free, to turn around and put yourself in handcuffs and say, "I can't do this. I can't deal with this one. I got to sneak around." I'm not going to do it. It's not going to happen. I didn't work this hard to get all this money so I could have all these women and not deal with them and lie and sneak around like a little kid. I'm not doing it. So that's just how I feel. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, moral, what, I don't know. But I know for me, I'm going to do whatever I feel like doing. And what I feel like doing is having whatever woman who like me be around me. Now, I'm not saying they all got to be together, but what I'm not going to do is be sneaking around like a little broad, having a second phone, texting. No, it is what it is. Hey, baby, do what you want. You want to leave her from around here? Go ahead. I tell women all the time, listen, I'm going to be here regardless. So if you want to get mad and go somewhere, it's going to be another woman happy to take your place. So to me, I feel like men don't really understand their value because it be athletes, actors, these super successful people who give not only money, but status to their woman. And they're sneaking around, not being able to have multiple women as if they're not the prize. Baby, it's a million women who would love to be here. Why am I sneaking around for you? I've never met a woman that special.
I love it. Goldie, this kind of like thought process that you go with, which is
like if you're just hanging around, I see it, man. I see dudes in their 30s that's been in relationships with the same girl in their 20s, and their life's kind of over, bro. They're overweight, they're unhappy. And, you know, to be honest with you, I was in that situation. I was in an 11-year relationship, right? And I'm just sitting, I turned 30 and I'm like, damn, I feel old. Why? Because I was only hanging around with the female, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And actually the female at 30, she's old.
Yeah, she old.
We're young, you know what I mean? Like we're just starting to be attractive to women at that age. So I'm like, man, if the people that feel that stuck, you know what I mean? You really need to hang around with killers, man. Like tap in with Goldie or whatever, and people like that, that's really going to motivate you and push you and teach you to be great. Because I feel like if you're really looking at yourself and you're like, man, I'm not even operating at 100%, then why is you're not attracting, bro? You're chasing. You know what I mean? So like, you know, in your heart of hearts, am I in my best physical shape? Am I mentally sharp? Am I on point? Do I have them hang around killers with me? And when I say killers, I mean like other high level people that's chasing it, that's on the grind every day. Like you see me, bro, I could really be sleeping until 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and I'm up at 5, 6 in the morning every single day.
No, you on point with your gym.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, like I've been in the gym for you, even woke up.
Yeah, and that's the hardest thing, right? Is because when you don't need to do it and you still do it. You see all these athletes, right? As soon as they retire, they get obese. They get fat. Why? because they don't need to train anymore. So I say, man, like, you got to stay active. You got to stay in the gym. Just look at yourself in your heart, man. Am I operating at 100%? And the question is, most of the time, just no. You know what I mean?
You said it. It's like being around somebody like you, how you and a woman who's not helping me in my life and giving me the right energy, stay around. I feel like men should work on themselves enough till they're emotionally complete to where they don't feel like they need a woman. So when you don't need a woman, when you get with a woman, it's from a position of strength. And anytime she does something that's out of line, you're easily able to quickly leave her. These dudes are in relationships with women who talk to them crazy, who cheating on them, who are doing a bunch of out-of-pocket stuff. But because they so emotionally depleted, they won't leave her. I'm gonna leave a woman like that. Bitch, don't say, bless you when I sneeze. I'm ready to go. I feel like if you feel like that, you're always going to have the right woman around. And when you feel like that, you're never going to hold on to something that's holding you back. And most of these women are holding these dudes back. I feel like most dudes should be by themselves, like he keeps saying. Until you okay being by yourself, you're never going to have the right relationship because it's always going to be a needy relationship. And when somebody knows that you need something from them, they can manipulate you. And that's what most women going to do. So I would say work on yourself, go to the gym, love yourself, build yourself into the person you admire when you look in the mirror. And then you won't need nothing from a woman, so you'll get the right woman. And like he said, stop trying to attract a woman from the level you at, right? You're on such a low level, you're going to attract a low level ass woman on a level you should be surpassing. So you know what's going to happen? You're going to attract her and you're going to be kind of drag some dead weight up to the top. And you get to the top and you're like, why do I even have her? I want to hold. Just wait till you get there, then attract someone at the higher level.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Another thing is, you have something to say about that?
Yeah, I was gonna say, even I could be with the most perfect girl, right? But to be honest with you, I prefer being by myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I prefer being alone. And I feel like a lot of men, and even, to be honest, bro, we have to learn these lessons, right?
Had to.
The game is not always given to you.
I was opposite. It was time I was dependent on a woman that was ruining my life. And that's why I'm the way I am now, because I saw how that was.
Yeah. So I see it, man. And even now, like, I could be with the most perfect girl, but I feel like if you're with her too much, she's getting used to you. Yeah. She's not respecting you. She's not like getting butterflies when you walk through the door because she knows you're walking in no matter what. Yeah. She could treat you like that. Man. And she's not going to get butterflies. Why? Because she knows you're coming back at 6 p.m. You know what I mean? So, like, I don't even really like living with a girl, to be honest with you. I prefer to be on my own. And that's the way you get the most done as well, man. That's the way you. Once you learn how to live by yourself, that's when you're not going to tolerate no bullshit.
Yeah. A woman got to come here. I treat myself like this. I have a day by myself, a week by myself. I'm feeling like this every day. So a woman, when she comes in, if my day ain't at lane like this or higher, she done. Most dudes, they say, well, as long as she ain't cheating on me, as long as she cooking clean, that's a good woman. No.
Only deal with a woman who sees you in that fashion if you want the cooperation out of her that you're asking. And how do you do that? Stop chasing. Grow up mentally. Understand what it looks like on the outside accounts for almost nothing. You're not a pimp. So why does it matter what she looks like? Her looks are not going to pay you. Her looks are not going to pay you. So why does it matter so much what she looks like instead of what she's doing for you and how she treats you? You have to first rise mentally. That's elementary, high school thinking, right? Then number two, when you understand that, you start looking for the qualities in women, you'll start to open your eyes. The reason you can't see the woman choosing you is because you're too busy doing the choosing. You too busy doing the choosing. So you can't even, your eyes aren't even open for the woman choosing you. They do this exercise all the time in Tony Robbins. He says, all right, look around right now. Look at everything in the room that you see red. Look, everything that's red, take account of it, 10 seconds. Look at everything in your room right now. Do it right now. Everything that's red, look at it. What's red? Look at it. All right, now come back to me. Now tell me everything that's green. It's going to be real hard for you to find what's green because you were paying attention to what was red. It's going to be real hard for you to find a bitch that's choosing you because you're looking for the bitch you choosing. You got to start looking for the woman who's choosing you. And I guarantee you're going to find her. And then when you understand, it's 3 billion women in this world. You just ain't looked hard enough. But what I'm not going to do is change myself for you because I'm doing myself a disservice. That's another thing. Self-love. I love myself too much. I love myself. So if you don't like me, then I can't like you because you got bad taste. Like I just said, I love myself. So if you don't love me as much as I love me, it's a problem. And I feel like more people should think like that instead of what do women want? Fuck what she wants. Find a woman that like you. The only thing that you should be looking for is looking for the woman who likes you. And that's, I'm big on that. I'm big, and I'm going to say it again. Like who likes you. Everybody's chasing a woman who's running from her. Why would you do that? You setting yourself up for failure. And then 2, 3, 4, 5 years down the line when it fall apart, it's because you started wrong. How you start is how you finish. You started chasing, you're gonna finish chasing. But if you started with a woman who was all on you, all into you, man, where you gonna go from there? It's at least a better start than that.
I love that answer so much. And to your point, I've been married for 8 years.
Okay.
I've been with my wife for 18 years.
Oh, okay. My sister is like that. It's high school sweetheart.
Yes. We met in the 5th grade.
Oh, okay.
So she was that woman who liked me.
There you go. Oh, you got to keep her.
Yes.
Listen, it's one of those things. People, and I feel sorry for a lot of dudes because they always chasing a woman. They don't even got their eyes open for the woman who might be looking at them.
Exactly.
They don't even know the experience that you and I have. When you have a woman who really about you, she'll lie, steal, kill, go to jail for you, do anything for you, love everything about you, love your dirty draws, literally.
Yes.
There's nothing
and go
better.
Watch them.
There's nothing better on earth than having a woman like that. And you can love that woman to death because she loves you so much. It's almost you loving yourself.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But most of these dudes, they got so much, I don't know what it is inside of them. The lack of self-love that they always chasing something that they can't get and something that don't want them. And
ego.
And they don't even want the one that want them.
Right.
But it's something special when you have a woman that really wants you. And I want every dude to experience that because once they experience that, you'll never be, well, you're married, but you can never go back to a woman who ain't really